These are from the Apollo 17 moonshots, the official NASA shots, and these represent one of the clearest pictures I've ever seen of very high resolution. This is actually near the landing site. So upon closer inspection, just because they're very high resolution, I've seen this peculiar anomaly on this mountain, on this side here, which there it is, not that hard to pick up. Let's zoom in. There is something that has produced these crawl marks down the hill. There's the shadow, obviously it has a height. It seems to be crawling down in a zigzag fashion, as though to get a closer view of these astronauts. Or was it there when they landed? And what could have produced this zigzag path down the mountain where the object is right down the bottom of that final zigzag indentation? Right there, there's the shadow. So obviously, if there isn't anything alive on the moon that can crawl and cause this, then we could assume it just could be a rock there that rolls down, but I can't see how it'd keep on rolling like that, producing these deep indentations. Let's zoom in as far as we can. And also zigzag marks. There's one other indentation leading from there. It hasn't got the zigzag indentations to it. And that appears to stop. Seems to be older on that one. It appears to stop right there, where again there's something there with a shadow, except the line is not that. It doesn't seem to connect that well. That seems a lot older and actually probably filled with dust. Well, there we go. I haven't seen that on any other of the moon photos, and most of these are very high resolution, but this strikes you as being peculiar. Let's just zoom out and see how it starts up that hill. So to be able to see that from their position where they are at the moment, that is a fairly large indentation. So I'd estimate from the distance it could be 800 meters away, or a kilometer. By no standards it is close. So it seems as though, if we zoom back on the moon image, it's actually that image there. It's the SCP, which I assume is a buggy deployment, and view near the landing site. So the nearest mountains I can see to there, obviously, I would say that one there. And if we just do a quick calculation, I'm probably correct to assume it's about 1 kilometer away. No, that's only 150 meters away, that one. Let's just zoom in and see what possible mountains it could be. Okay, I'm not sure about that one. Let's just estimate. Let's fly into it again. Let's just estimate it's from a couple of hundred meters away. $400, $200, whatever. If you just try to picture that groove at that distance away, it would be produced by an object that's not. We're not talking about a small object that's only a few inches, obviously. We're talking about something that's a good few feet or even more. And it just seems to go down that hill. So is it a constant process of a long time that's just rolled down? And if that's the case, that would be probably seems as though it's coming down and just zigzags as it goes down. then there it is. And the other one goes down there. It's more straight line, and there it is. So that could that be just a meteor that slides down? I doubt it. It wouldn't just be a superficial line. Well, that one definitely has produced a shadow in the groove. So the groove, I'd estimate, would be a good 1 foot, 2 foot wide. It has to be a large object that's actually done that, and it just stops there. So what type of rock could just keep going zigzag down the mountain? Let's have a close look again. It isn't a straight line, it's a definite zigzag pattern. It's like a gorge. Obviously there's no creeks there or rainfall to cause that. And there's the object right down there at the bottom, but obviously we can't tell any further. Is this a slow growing object that sort of, as it grows, it actually moves down the mountain? I don't know what it is. Any ideas? It's just a peculiar type of zigzag motion. It seems to come towards the astronauts where they're actually on the ground. Or obviously it was there when they landed. But let's just try to get some further a distance on this. From there to there, obviously we're not talking kilometers, we're talking a couple of hundred meters from here to where the Apollo 17 landed. So if we actually go further, this looks like a good probably 1 kilometer away, 1 kilometer, or 500 or 600 meters. So I mean, we're not talking 2 or 3 kilometers. We're not talking 1 or 200 meters. We're talking a couple of hundred meters, more towards probably 1 kilometer. So it's a large object that's produced this. And there it is. It just stops. And there's the shadow, and it's a definite zigzag pattern. It's not straight. I assume could have been a rock that just kept rolling down and down, a very heavy rock, and obviously the soil is like a powder on the top couple of inches, and it could have just stopped there, and it could have been a impact or an earthquake that's actually dislodged it and stopped rolling at that precise point. And that's it for this episode.